Hi there and welcome to another video. Now, I really enjoy working 10 and 15 meters, and I've come up with an antenna which has probably been used many times before, but there's going to be a fun one to try, which is a dual band antenna for 10 and 15. Doesn't require a tuner and just makes use of a single trap, and you can use it as an end-fed half wave. Let me show you the design. So the antenna itself then is, as you can see, a 10 and 15 meter end-fed half wave. Fed at the base with a 49 or 56:1, something similar to that. And as you can see, the first part of it is a normal half wave for 10 meters. It'll be about 5 meters long or thereabouts. And then you can see we have a 10 meter coaxial trap, and that'll choke off any frequencies above that for 10 meters. And then a short bit of wire about 1.5 meters long or thereabouts for 15 meters. So the antenna then is slightly shortened on 15 by, well, what's that I can't work it out percentage wise, something like about 10, 12, 15%, something like that. So it will be slightly compromised, but not much at all. And it will give you a full half wave on 10 meters. So overall, the antenna will be something like about 6 meters or less in length. So it's fairly compact. And should give us some reasonable performance anyway on the two bands. Let's take a look. So on the left there, we can see we've got 15 meters, and at 5 degrees elevation, we've got around minus 5.5 dBi, which is basically where we'd expect a decent quarter wave or half wave to be. And by the way, that's modelled at ground level. On the right-hand side, we've got the 10 meter. That's smack on what we'd expect a half wave to be, really. Again, end-fed and ground-mounted. And of course, being slightly shorter than usual, we can afford to elevate it a bit more as well. So let me show you that too. So basically what we can see here is on the left hand side, we've got 10 meters. Now we've only got an antenna that's about 6 meters long. Let's pretend we've got a 10 meter pole to play with here, fiberglass pole. If you put this antenna up another meter off the ground, just a meter off the ground, we're gaining about 1.5 dB on 10 meters and about a dB on 15. And even if you put it up, say 3 meters off the ground, so the tip of the antenna is about 9 meters above ground and the base is 3 meters above ground, you're gaining about 3 dB on both bands. And if you went for it and put it 4 meters off the ground, then you're gaining that little bit more. So the good thing about this antenna is it's quite adaptable. If you do have a 10 meter fiberglass pole you can take out with you or erect at home, then you can get a pretty nice antenna here for your money. Also, the SWR plot should be pretty broad with them as well. On 10 meters, as you can see here, we've got a very good match for quite a lot of the band. Well under 2:1, in fact, well under 1.5:1 for the bits I want to use because I'm a phone operator, you see. And looking at 15, an excellent match there as well. So even though it's shortened on 15, the antenna is a very good match indeed throughout the band. So overall then, I look forward to trying this antenna out. Spoiler alert, I already have. That was the modelled information there. So what I'll do in my next video out very soon is I'll show you how I deployed it and how it went in the field. I really enjoyed using it. And so interestingly, some little bit of contrast with this model. Not much though. This is pretty much on the money here in terms of the performance of the antenna. And in terms of the size, because I used insulated wire and this is modelled using uninsulated wire, then the size was even shorter. So I'll show you that in the next video. As for the trap, they're pretty easy to make. There's lots of stuff online about how to use them. Now myself, spoiler alert, I actually purchased mine. I'm time poor these days at the moment. So I just purchased a couple of 10 meter, 15 meter and 20 meter traps. I've already got a 12 meter trap from this same person, and they did a fantastic job with it. So, and the good news about it as well, by the way, with traps, this is the important thing. The trap itself was tuned out of band. I think it was tuned below the band. Checked out with my analyzer and a loop of wire, and on all the traps I've tested, it was tuned for below the band, which means that you've got a more efficient trap. And in terms of losses with coax traps, by the way, providing you do it that way, either above or below band, then providing it's tuned for the out of band, then basically the loss is probably about 0.5 dB. So nothing to write home about. Okay. Thanks for watching. There'll be another video coming up over there. If you fancy clicking subscribe, there'll be a link there for you, or somewhere anyway. 7-3, we'll catch you again soon, showing this antenna deployed in the field. All the best. Bye-bye.